Hello everybody and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. If you were with us earlier on, welcome back. If you were with us earlier on, you'll know exactly what is going on today, because we've got a brand new launch amongst everything which is going on as far as our new event is concerned as well. It's been brilliant here actually, because last week we were celebrating the summer. This week we're getting ready for Christmas. I mean, we have basically taken 1 week in the middle of the year, and then we've just gone, forget about the rest of it, we'll go straight to Christmas. We'll do summer straight to Christmas, and that's what we've done here, from the summer news to the 'Tis the Season event. Oh yes, for the next couple of weeks, we're giving you the opportunity to pick up some amazing deals on the website all Christmas. And I tell you what, it is just unbelievable the amount of great deals that are there. We launched it yesterday with a special craft vault show, and so many of you shopped the deals. Those are the cute penguin stamps which we're launching in just a second, but if you wait a second, wait, there you go. 'Tis the Season sale, click on that. 70% off and more across a wide range of dies and stamps and embossing folders and card. There's all sorts there that you can have a look at. And as you scroll through here, look at the prices that you're seeing of things. Double-sided dies in there. We've got stamps, we've got embossing folders, stamps and dies. And look at all of the prices there. Around about £3, £4, £5. There's some absolute steals to be had. And even there, look, £2, £2.99, £3.99. There's loads in there. And I've just heard from Nicola as well that apparently in the 'Tis the Season sale there is some faux snow, which is faux snow. Faux snow, fake snow. But look, there is so much there. Basically, over the next couple of weeks, it is the opportunity for you to dive in, pick up what you need, and get ready. The thing is with this as well is that you will find across our Christmas collections, it's not kind of stuff that you'll go, oh yeah, well this was kind of Christmas 2020, and I don't really want that because it's sort of out of date. All of our collections you'll be using this Christmas, next Christmas and beyond. So pick yourself up an absolute steal today, and keep checking back, because I do know at a point we will be adding more deals to that section on the website. But that's as a by the by. Those are the things you'll fill up your basket with after you've picked up today's brand new launch. It is today that you'll be picking up a penguin. Actually, not just one penguin. We've got 6 penguins that you'll be picking up within this brand new collection. We've got a Showstopper deal for you, which I'll take you through. We've got a bonus buy as well, which you need to know about. But before we get into the bones a bit, let's say hello to the lady who's going to be inspiring you over the course of this show, and showing you how to get the very best out of your purchase. It is the one and only, the lovely Jan Brown. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. All topped up, had a drink, had some lunch. Got a bit of a frog, I don't know why. Oh. Always happens when I go live, I don't know.
Typical, isn't it? Hey?
Yes. But Nicola's just saying, the penguins, Jan, not frogs. Yes, I don't know, penguin stuck in my throat wouldn't be very good, would it? But no, I'm all good. And I've just chosen a few samples. Just honestly, I absolutely adore these little guys. Cute. We have got, like Ben says, a set of 6 cutest ever little penguins that you can use to decorate your Christmas cards, your scrapbook pages, invites, place card, whatever you want to do with them. Yeah. They are a really nice size. There's 6 different designs, and my goodness, we're going to try and get through most of them this afternoon. I did a couple of demos this morning, which I'll show you later on in the show, and then I'm going to try and get through the rest of the designs. So we've got that little stepper card there with the merry and bright. He's all tangled up in his Christmas lights.
Bless him. It's me.
We've got those Christmas hugs. He's gorgeous, isn't he? He's very rotund.
Yeah.
I think he's had his Christmas lunch, hasn't he?
Christmas
Bless
fish.
him. And then I like this one. I must admit, I like this one with the little wings there. It could mean lots of different things. So it's very, very apt for a Christmas one. It could be a sympathy card. It could be, we were saying earlier, a christening or a baptism, something like that. Any kind of religious connotation to it. Then we've got the little guy jumping out of his present there. Yes. Absolutely gorgeous. So again, whatever you want to mix and match them with, there are sentiments in with the stamps, but mixing and matching them with all your different papers or your backgrounds that you've got ready. We've got him having a ball on his sleigh there, his little sledge down the hill. I love even just the detail of his little scarf flying in the wind behind him as he's gathering momentum. Yeah. And then we've got the Have a Nice Day on the little skates there. They're a really, yeah, the cute is the emphasis there. Really, really cute collection. You can see they become a focal point on most of those cards there. But I can't wait to get started. We're going to show you how to use them in conjunction with your alcohol pens and also with those beautiful aqua blend pens that we've got on the show. And I'm also going to show you a masking technique as well, where you can use more than one stamp.
Blooming marvellous.
Yes, lots planned this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We will go through the full deal in just a second. Let's say a few hellos. Superstar Susie on the socials this afternoon saying, I'm so excited, it's Nana Jan Day. I haven't worked a Jan show in ages. I would echo that sentiment, although I did work with Jan about a couple of weeks ago, having not worked with you for about
6 months.
6 months.
Wasn't it? Felt like it, yeah.
It did, didn't it? It did.
Sarah I did actually look back, Ben. It was actually Valentine's Day. It was the day. Remember, I was poorly and I had to go home early because I wasn't very well. I think that was the last time we were together.
So from February the 14th till about June the 14th.
End of May, was it? Beginning of June, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we did something wrong and they kept us apart. I don't know.
I don't know.
Kept apart for bad behaviour. Sarah Lee, he says, hi Jan, Ben and the social media superstar. Hello Sarah. Hi to Suzanne Dawn, he says, hi Jan, Ben, Rachel and all our crafty friends. Alison Lee says, hi Jan and Ben and everyone behind the screens, looking forward to the launch of the Penguins. Kathy Lear says, hello Jan, Ben and everyone at CTV. We have got Georgie Ann Curley with us saying, hi Ben and Jan from Clearwater, Florida. Hello, love those Penguins. Susan saying, good morning everyone, I've purchased my Penguin stamp set. They're cute. Janice Sutton says, good morning from West Virginia. I've ordered these as soon as they went live. I had to have them. They are absolutely adorable. They're so just squishy. Yeah. Pammy is in from Central New York. Zoe Carver says, afternoon everyone, sorry I'm late, but my mum and siblings are getting really good at phoning me during the shows. Switch off. You can put it on like Do Not Disturb, can't you? Renee Deshane says, good morning, Jan and Ben from Minnesota. Hello, Renee. And also, hello to Wendy Woodhouse, who says, these are so cute. Renee says, I love the Penguin stamps. I love the old ones, and these will be added to my collection. Yep. And Sensational Sky, that's Jotty, says, oh dear, I've been colouring penguins and I haven't done any work yet. Oops. Betty Weaver joins us from Idaho. Let's crack into these. Any questions, comments, any bants you want to share with us, fire them in and let's get going. The Showstopper deal is incredible. We tend to now when we do launches bring you these Showstoppers where you can get bang for your buck within the Showstopper and then get a bonus buy. So here is today's. The Showstopper is an 11-piece collection, 78 elements in total. And what you are going to be getting here are all of the stamps you're seeing on the screen. You're going to be getting your rocker block. You're going to be getting your watercolour cardstock and your waterproof ink pad. Alongside that, a set of our Aqua Blend pencils, the Essentials collection. Now, just to kind of put it in your mind here already, the value for money is amazing because, as you'll see in a second, if you were to just to buy the stamps there on their own, that's going to cost you platinum just shy of 20. The pencils on their own per tin are around about £24.95. So already you look at that and thinking, well, actually, that's £45 worth before I even get started. So I'm saving £9 and I'm still getting all of the other goodies on top of it as well. So an incredible bundle to go for if you are jumping in and getting the Showstopper. You'll also get the bonus buy on that as well. If I just show you all of the stamps that you're going to get within this set as well, so you can see all of the different characters that you're going to be getting within the collection. So these are your Ascending Holiday Cheer. So there's the little penguin in the box, or as someone said earlier, it looks like he's got like a mortarboard on his head. Yeah, doesn't it? It's like he's graduated.
Could very easily be adapted to that, doesn't it, for a graduation?
Yeah, it really could. Do it all in black. That would look amazing. But he's popping out the present there, the little penguin. And with each, you get 4 stamped sentiments, which you can obviously mix and match between the different characters. So a gift from me to you, a special Christmas delivery, sending holiday cheer and happy Christmas. Then this is, I think, Nicola's favourite, which is the Christmas hugs. Because he's rotund, that's the reason she loves him. It's like Hugsy the penguin off Friends, isn't it? Yeah, Joey's penguin Hugsy. You then also got Skating Penguin, not called Skating Penguin, called Have an Ice Day. Again, 4 more sentiments in that set. Let It Snow. skating to say Merry Christmas. There's Snow One Like You. Then you've got Tobogganing Penguin. Snow What Fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey. Then you're going to get the beautiful Christmas Blessings, which is a little angel penguin. May all your Christmas wishes come true. And as we said, great for using outside of Christmas too. And then you've got the Making Spirits Bright, Penguin. Yeah, we'll call it Penguin because that is
Penguin.
me. Christmas, getting tangled up, listening to me music, putting a happy, brave face on it whilst I'm getting very annoyed that the Christmas lights are tangled once again. So those are all of the stamps in the Showstopper. But if you buy the Showstopper for that amazing price, you then get your bonus buy, which today has got to be, I'm not being funny, I love it when we do the collections and when we give you the bonus buy of extra paper for half price, but we're giving you another 3 sets of our aqua blends for half the price you are about to see on the screen in a second. Buy the Cute Penguin Showstopper, get the 3-piece aqua pencils for half price, so you get the essentials in your Showstopper. We then give you your portrait collection. We then give you your landscape collection. You can see all of the different colours that you're going to be receiving here, and your botanical collection. For not £48 or $64, you'll half that price. Put the Showstopper in your basket, put that in your basket, you will pay £24 or $32, which you well know is less than the price you would pay for one. It's an incredible buy. I urge you to get it. If you've gone for the Showstopper today, you absolutely need to pick this up. I know a few people have gone for the Showstopper and left this deal behind. What you doing? What you doing? If you've gone for that, definitely do this and get that for a half price deal. As always, fire the questions in. Anything you want to know, anything you want us to show, we will do our very, very best for you. But let's get cracking. And also, if you want to send in any pictures too, we are looking for penguin makes and pictures of penguins, the actual feathery kind, not the chocolate ones. Right, let's get on into it, because I know Jan is desperate to get through as many demos as possible. Which of our penguin friends are you going to be starting with, Jan?
We're going to look at the little guy in the present. We're going to look at sending holiday cheer to get started with this afternoon, and I'm going to start with those gorgeous aqua blend pencils. So I've just popped together 4 elements from that fabulous deal that we've got on the Showstopper there. I've got my pencils at the ready, I've got some of the watercolour card, I've got my Finesse waterproof ink, and I've got my stamp at the ready. So first thing we're going to do is stamp out that image. Now I am going to use my stamping platform purely because this is what I'm used to using.
Yeah.
We've actually popped the rocker blocks in the Showstopper for you, so that if you wanted to have a go at stamping, we've given you some means of doing so. Now the stamps, like if you were watching earlier, like I said, if I pop this in the palm of my hand, you can see he's a good size.
Yeah.
So that they're a good focal point for your cards. They're intended to be that main image. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the cardstock on here, and this is just a piece of watercolour card that I've cut. We're going to make a DL size car. So I've cut this to the size of the panel that I need on my card. And then I'm going to pop him relatively close to the bottom, because we're going to have something else going on up at the top here. So again, you can position him where you want him to be, and then once you're happy, pick him up with the other half.
Yeah.
And then just be mindful of your ink, because I'm going to use the aqua blends, and the aqua being the main element here, as in water, we need to make sure that we've got a waterproof ink to stamp the outline with, so that the line art remains intact. If you stamp, this is actually a solvent ink, which is waterproof. If we stamped with a water-based ink, the minute I went near it with my brush and water, it would damage the line art, and we don't want that to happen. So if you're having any issues with your line art sort of not being stable, just check which ink pad you're using there. And as you know, my favourite, my go-to is the Flagstone. These come in 4 different colours. Which one is it that's in the... it's Pebble, is it? Which is one of the brown tones, which is a nice one. But I tend to go with the Flagstone one the majority of the time. In fact, I think mine's getting ready for replacing. I use it that much. It's getting a little bit dry. Okay, so again, just give it a good ink up. When you get your stamps as a new bundle, you will find that the acrylic stamps have got a little coating on the back of them. If you feel them, they feel a little bit oily, a bit greasy on the back. It's just part of the manufacturing process.
Okay.
And you do need to make sure that you get rid of that before you do your first stamp.
Yeah.
Now you can either just rub it off with a piece of very, very fine emery cloth. You can use, if you've got a stamp cleaner, and the cleaning board, you can just give them a rub on there and the stamp cleaner will dislodge it. Alternatively, what I tend to do when mine are new is I tend to ink them up first with my clear sticky ink, and I put that one on first, which puts a barrier between it, and then I'll ink up with my stamping ink. Do this, and then the minute I clean it, the whole lot comes off together. Right. Now I can just see here where I've not quite either pressed it down properly or didn't ink it up properly. So I'm just going to give that area another little press and see if the ink, the ink was still on the stamp there, so we're good. So we'll take that away.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bring in those gorgeous water-soluble pencils. So I'll just bring in the scrap that I had earlier here. So 24 pencils per tin. We've put the Essentials collection, which as it suggests has got sort of a range of your, your primary colours in there. And each set of 24 is different. So if you were to go for that extra bonus deal that we have on today, there's no duplication in colours. They're all different shades and they're all named. So if you're the kind of person that wants to go and do your little colour charts, which I am, I get great pleasure out of doing all my colour charts and popping all the names and everything on so that you've got them there as a swatch. Yeah. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at colouring, and we're going to use the pens. So first of all, I'm going to need some water and I'm going to need a paintbrush. Later on, I might flick to my crystal clear glitter pen to use as the paintbrush instead of the water, so I'll show you that later. For the first one, I'm just going to use a good old paintbrush and a pot of water, and then I'm just going to bring in my little bit of kitchen paper just to take off any excess water. So that's sort of my kit at the ready. So what we're going to do then, let's have a little look. We're going to take one of the greens, and two ways to do this. You can either put your colour onto a piece of scrap. So again, you can actually pop it down here, and just by adding some of this you can create your own colour palette. And then the minute you agitate that with water, it will sort of, you can see that water soluble aspect. You can lift it up, and you can actually then transfer this colour to your design if you so wish. Okay, so again, just by blending this out, you can see where that watercolour effect comes from there. Now the other way of doing it, which I like, I tend to prefer to do, is to add your colour to where you want it to go. So for example, I'm going to start and colour the box in the green. Now I don't want to colour the whole area in. Now we did have a very, very relevant question in the earlier show, is that can you just use these to colour with? Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. If you just want to colour in general and enjoy that experience, you can use them as a colouring pencil. You don't have to add the water. If you're going to do that, I would suggest using a smooth finish cardstock like our multi-purpose card. The watercolour card is specifically made for using water and using the techniques with water. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm holding the pencil quite a way up. When I'm writing, I would have my finger grip right down at the bottom here. But for colouring, I'm going to lift it back a bit just so that I've got that lighter touch. It's impossible to press on when you've got your pencil held higher up like this. And you don't want a lot of colour. I'm just going to go basically round the outside here and just add some of that colour into the area that I want it to go in here. A little bit in there. And then fill that in. And then I'm going to do the same at this side. So again, I'm not adding too much pressure. Yeah. It's a case of less is more. You can always go in and add some more to add depth. But if you press on hard and you get that depth of colour to start with, it's difficult to get away from that then. So again, you notice I'm just doing sort of the outside area, and I've left the middle part pretty much blank. Okay, then in comes the water. So again, I'm going to pop it in the water, and I'm going to try and get rid of some of that water. You don't need much, it only needs to be damp. And again, just take off any excess. And the minute then that you start and agitate the pigment here, you can see how all of a sudden it starts to move and blend. So where I didn't have colour, I can pick it from up from the edge, and I can start and bring it into the middle. So again, come down here, just agitate that pigment that's already down, and then drag it into the gap. And this is where you get that sort of watercolour. It's almost like a faded technique with watercolour. It's not as strong as using an alcohol marker. And again, in the gap there, I'm just going to blend it in. I haven't been back in the water pot yet. This is just that one dip. And literally all I'm going to do is just make sure that that colour is moved about sufficiently that I've got rid of the pencil lines and blended it into that space.
Perfect.
Again, into the water, get rid of the excess, and we're going to do the same. So again, the minute the water touches it, it will start to blend it out.
But that's why, you know, you've taken it straight to the cardstock there as well. I think it was you that suggested it a while ago now. I just remember thinking how much of a great idea it was. Like if you've got kids or grandkids maybe that you want to do a bit of colouring with, you can just swatch down a load of the different colours on a bit of watercolour cardstock, stamp out an image, and then you don't have to actually take the pencils with you. You can just take it. I could pick the colour up off here. Because even if this dries now, where I did this scribble earlier, the minute I go back into it with water, it will reactivate it and you can pick up extra colour. So again, all I'm going to do is just move that pigment round to fill the gap. Again, making sure that that brush is just damp and it just gets rid of what I call those scribbly pencil lines. It just blends them out. And then if you do want to put any depth of colour in, my only no-no with the pencils now is not to put that pigment into a damp card. You're going to mess up here. And the last thing you want to do as well is make the wood in the barrel wet. Okay, safeguard these, look after them. So what I am going to do is make sure that I've got a tiny bit of water on my brush and I'm just going to take it straight from the pigment at the end there. So literally pick it up from the end of the pencil and you can see there now on there I've got that green pigment. And now I can start thinking, right, well I want it to be a little bit darker towards the bottom here. So literally just add in a bit more pigment where you want it. Follow the lines on the stamp. So you've got those sort of shading lines in with the stamp. I can actually see quite a bit of water on my page now. So again, if you can see the water, just blot your brush so that it's movable. If there's too much water on there, you'll just end up with sort of a soggy mess. And again, try not to get the page too wet because it will start and lift the surface of the paper eventually. So if you've ever done anything like this and you've noticed that your painting's got lots of little speckles and bits in it, it's normally because it's too wet and it's started lifting the fibres from the paper. But you can see there how we've got that colour in. If there's any areas that you think look a bit sketchy, just literally add the water and you can smooth it out. So a little bit darker there where you would be leaning over the box. And it literally is as simple as that. You know, I'm not an artist, I am a crafter. There is a difference, I believe, in being an artist and a crafter. I don't consider myself to be an artist, but having the right equipment means that you can actually bring out that kind of artist within you. So again, I'm just going to put the green at the edge for the box here, for the lid. And then with my damp brush, I'm going to pull that pigment out again and just take it towards the middle so it's a little bit lighter in the middle here. Same at this side. And I've only been in that pot of water the once. And you can see how far that pigment goes there. Yeah? Beautiful.
And then just take that through your colours, you know, depending on what colours you want to do. I've used the actual, there is a black in here, there's an ebony, which is what I've used for the actual penguin fur kind of thing. So just round here, on his little paws or flippers, whatever, I don't know what they have. What do penguins have?
Just have feet,
flippers.
Don't they? Are they flippers?
The little arms.
Oh, no, they are wings. Yeah, but they can still have wings and not fly. Penguins definitely have wings.
I love it when they start having a disagreement.
Because their wings go behind them because they do the tummy slide, don't they? Like when they're like, you know, around on the ice, don't they sort of run along with their little feet
Yeah.
and then do the tummy slide like that.
Whatever they are anyway, their upper limbs,
Yeah.
their upper limbs will go for.
No, they're definitely wings. We've just Nicholas Googled it. You can have wings and not fly.
There we go.
They're not flippers.
And then I'm going to go with a little tiny bit of the black in here.
A dolphin has
And
a
there is
flipper.
a strong argument for keeping your pencils. We provide the tin as part of the deal because it's an excellent way
Yeah.
to actually keep them safe. The last thing you want is to be sort of dropping them on the floor and, you know, damaging the core inside there.
Yeah.
And then we'll get a little bit of that ruby red just to pop on his little Santa hat. The only thing, again, I would say to you is if you've worked on an area and it's still wet, I would stay away from that area until it's dry, because now if this green was still wet here and then I start going in with red, you're going to get a bleed from one colour to the other. So again, just sort of like, that's why I went from here up to here, down to here, back to here again. Think about where you pop in the colour down.
That's it.
And again, I've never filled the whole area in, and I'm used to doing that, I must admit. So again, it's a little bit of a learning curve, but it just smooths out that pigment.
All I can hear now is them talking about all the different aquatic movies. Flipper was not just a movie of the 90s. Flipper was a big TV series, wasn't it? Yes. It was. Yeah,
yes, it was.
In the 60s and 70s. The movie Flipper was obviously like a remake of the TV series.
Yeah. I know. Us oldies remember it. Us oldies remember it. Yeah, they're too young in the gallery to remember. Ben's doing his best Flipper impression now. It is, isn't it?
Did Flipper do the same thing as like Lassie used to do? And what was the no, where they go like where they go like what's that, Flipper? Old man Smithers has fallen off his boat and landed in the. Did Flipper do that?
I think there was a bit of that involved, wasn't there?
Yeah. What was the one? Oh, it was Skippy, wasn't it? I'm thinking of Skippy the bush kangaroo.
Yeah, that was very similar.
Yeah. What's that, Skippy?
Yeah.
Old man Smithers has fallen down the well.
Oh my days.
I mean, they don't make TV shows like they used to, do they? Hey?
It's all right, I'm just laughing at what I can hear now in the background.
Oh, I didn't hear anything then. They obviously switched me off.
Did you hear it?
No. Oh, dear.
So again, you know, it's just a nice, relaxing activity with the watercolour. You can see literally, I've only been back in that water pot the once again, and you can see that I'm literally going the whole way around. All the colour that I've laid down just with that one dip in the pot is enough to break down that pigment and just allow you to blend it out. So again, just finish off, and then I've popped a little bit of red on his scarf, and then I used the very light grey, which is fossil grey. And again, just not going to colour the whole of his face in, but the hat would obviously create some shade over his face, and just around the side here, just with that light grey. And again, just agitate it, and you can barely see it, but what it does is just create that illusion that your image is no longer flat. It's giving your character a little bit of shape. Now you can do that the same, anything that's white, so you could do it in the fur as well. And then I'm going to pop him a little orange beak in there.
A quick question about brushes from Cheryl. She says, Jan, when I try to use just a damp brush, the end of my brush gets dry immediately and separates. If I wet it again, it's too wet. She says, I am using the Royal & Langnickel brushes, but what am I doing wrong?
I'm not sure on that one, because this is one of the Royal & Langnickel. This is the number 6, I think it is, the 6, the middle one. And it is one of the round ones. But no, I've not experienced that. So
I'm not sure.
I think maybe just practice with the amount of water, but you can see how mine's got that lovely point on it there. and that's what I'm using. There is a little bit of stain from the pigment in it, but that's not going to transfer. It's just the stain from the pigment in there. But you can see here where we've got to. Now, the one that I did at home, I spent a little bit longer on, and it is a bit deeper. So you can see him there. I've just built it up like I showed you, taking the pigment from the pencils, popped him a couple of little pink rosy cheeks in there. I've added a bit of that grey around the fur as well. As I say, anything that's white added in there, and just finished him off. And then I decided that there was a lot of gap, so I've just been in one of my die sets and just cut a little bit of foliage to link the two together, because there was a lot of space here at the top. And then I've got a sentiment from that set to go in the middle there. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one very, very simple. We're just going to go for that DL size card. All right, so, and I've got a matte layer in the dark green, which again has come from, I'm concentrating on trying to use up the old scraps. They're still going strong. I have literally buckets full. So wherever possible now, I'm going into the scrap box to try and pull out pieces that are suitable for things like this, or for die cutting.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just getting like overrun with it, and I hate just throwing it away.
Just whilst you're sticking as well, I do know that penguins have feet on the bottom. We were talking about these things. Those are their wings. Christy Mahoney says, "Have you ever heard of the movie Happy Feet, Ben?" Yes, because those are they have the penguin feet.
The little orange feet.
Yeah, then they have the wings.
But they do have like little arms.
Little wings. Like Lillian says, you can get buckets with wings and they don't fly either.
No, that's true.
Exactly right. Buckets as in... no, buckets with wings as in your wings in your buckets from your... That's what Lillian means, yeah. It was a flippant, jokey comment.
Oh dear.
Emma Thoreau says, "Cannot wait to get this and have a try with them. I've had to order these adorable stamps. We're busy for these. Had my brother order since he's platinum, and after having to get a new heat pump," says Valerie. "Everything counts." And who else has commented? Loads of you talking about Happy Feet in the comments. Reminded you of the movie. And apparently you need to watch Surf's Up as well if you love penguins.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's with those penguins. What are they called again? What were those ones called, Jan?
No, what did we call them? Rockhoppers, that was it.
It's the rockhopper penguins.
Yeah, they've got like the little...
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, honestly, my word, seriously, mohawk is the word I was looking for. Yeah. Right, here we go. Just a nice little one to get started, just showcasing those little penguins. Absolutely gorgeous. This is just foliage from one of my die sets. I think, if I'm honest, it was from the Frosty and Bright, because I'd got that box out. I used some paper out of that earlier. And I've literally, because I just wanted something to link it together. So yeah, fantastic. Really, really cute, aren't they?
Honestly, the cutest thing. Let's read a few comments, and there's a couple of questions amongst all this. Let's rattle ththrough. So Betty's joined us from Idaho. Hi to Karen, who's bought the stamps. Hello, Karen. Hi, Nicole Bretherick, who says hi, everyone. I love these stamps.
Hi, Nix.
Stephanie Theodos is with us.
Another one of our team.
Yes, from New Jersey. Carolyn Wilson joins us from Florida. Says, "I love these penguins, especially the penguin wrapped in the Christmas lights." The penguin, as he shall now be known. Happy birthday to Mary Beth Doyle today. Little birdie, little penguin, tells me it's your birthday today, so have a brilliant birthday from all of us here at Crafters TV. Hi, Michelle Harris. Hi, Sil Sparkley, who says, "Hi, everyone. Work us, annoying us, most inconvenient us." Love the Latin there. Didn't know you were fluent in Latin. Yeah, you're fluent us. Christine says, "Good morning from Altoona. I watch these shows whilst at hubby's numerous doctor appointments. I could stamp images ahead of the used pre-stamped pads and then colour with pencils or markers, as we were talking about."
Absolutely.
You could do that, absolutely. And Betty Weaver, thank you for doing the maths here. I was trying to explain to you the value, but Betty's gone into great detail here. So she says, "I get in the Showstopper, plus the bonus is like paying platinum price for the Aqua Blend and then paying less than $5.97 for everything else, as my 9233 bundle included shipping and an extra die on sale." So
Wow.
that just kind of explains to you
Yep.
the value. Nee Connie joins us saying, good morning, Lady Jan and Lord Ben. Sorry, I'm late to class. Hello to the amazing and growing CTV team and Team Social. Hello also to everyone watching. And a quick question from Rosalind. He says, I don't know if this was answered in the earlier show. I don't think it was. But are art liners waterproof? And if not, will they bleed if they come in contact with water?
No, once the art liners are, it's a difficult concept. I struggled with this when I first got them, but they are a water-based pen. But once dry, they're waterproof. If that makes sense.
They're a water. Say that again.
Yep. So the ink in them is
Yeah.
water-based.
Right.
But once they're dry, they're waterproof. So there's obviously a magic ingredient in there that Leanne sprinkled in on the way. And once they're actually dry on your cardstock that you use, they are waterproof. So you could, I often use mine for, like, if I haven't quite stamped properly, if I'm not using the stamping platform, they're great for touching up little areas of stamp that you've missed. You've seen me use them to go around the edges of cards and things like that, as well as my book full of Zentangling and stuff like that, which doesn't really come in contact with water. But yes, once they're dry, they're actually waterproof.
Thank you. So sprinkled with a bit of magic is all we need to know.
Yes.
Nee Connie says, I read about these creatures and said penguins. Now I see them, I go, wow, these penguins are so adorably cute. I wonder if hubby hates me if I set up our house to take in a couple of penguins. That's another great movie, by the way, just reminding me of talking about having penguins in a house with Jim Carrey. Have you seen Mr. Popper's Penguins?
Oh gosh, yes.
So good.
That guy is insane.
That's so good. Hi, Alchid de Vries. He says, hello, everyone. I've just had a hot cup of cocoa and a slice of apple pie. Well, that's blooming marvellous, isn't it? And Wendy says, I love the watercolour look, but I do find it difficult sometimes to get the shading right. I think it's just a case of, like, practice makes perfect, really. And keep tuning into these shows to find out more. Using the watercolour pencils for this watercolouring is an awesome trick. Thank you, Jan, says Lee Connie. And I think we're bang up to date. Loads of you shopping, loads of you buying these as well. Very, very busy across the board as far as the collection is concerned. Do we want to have a... Where are we going next? What do we want to have a look at? Okie dokie, let's have a little bit of a look at everything you're going to be getting in the Showstopper. All of the stamps, of course. There's the one that you've just seen being coloured in, the Sending Holiday Cheer. I don't think these could be any cuter if they tried, really, could they? The artwork is fantastic. The size of the stamps, as Jan has already alluded to, is amazing too. So you've got plenty to be colouring, and you've got 4 sentiments with each of the different characters. This one's super cute. He's called Christmas Hugs. We'll call him Christmas Hugsy, I think, because he's ready there. Hugsy Malone. Very good. Very good. There he is with his little Christmas jumper and hat. Then we've got the cute little ice skating penguin, who you saw in Wake Up Call this morning. We have tobogganing penguin. Snow What Fun. We have little angel penguin. It's called Christmas Blessings. And then there is the penguin, making spirits bright, getting tangled in the Christmas tree lights, but still looking happy. All of those you get within the Showstopper, and don't forget, within that Showstopper as well, you are going to receive your set of Aquablend pencils in the Essentials. 24 pencils, and bear in mind, this would normally set you back $24.95. You're only paying £36 or $48 for this, plus all of the stamps, plus the rocker blocks, plus your waterproof ink pad, watercolour cardstock as well. It is a heck of a deal, and then you're getting your ticket punched, of course, to jump in and get the other 3 sets of your Aquablend pencils at half price. Right, let us get to a quick little break, and we will come back. We will see more. Keep the comments coming through. I'm loving the chitter chatter on the socials right now. So we will read more of your comments, answer any more of your questions, and we'll do that when we come back in about 3 or 4 minutes' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
La 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 la. Oh hello! You caught me in full Christmas swing, decking the halls. Yeah, I know it's summer, but for crafters, 'tis the season to get started on those Christmassy projects. You can get an extra head start on our 'Tis the Season sale. We've got up to 70% off hundreds of Christmas crafting goodies. Shop with us from the 26th of June till the 8th of July for a snowstorm of amazing seasonal offers. From stamps and dies to shimmering and snowy embellishments, this is our early Christmas gift to you. So many amazing offers you won't want to miss out on. Tune in to Crafters TV and shop the Crafters Companion website for our fabulous 'Tis the Season sale. Ah. Terry Anderson says, does anyone remember Mr. Popper's Penguins? Yes, absolutely. My favourite Penguin movie, Angela Lansbury and Jim Carrey, a lovely family story. Definitely a great movie. Lots of love for that last card coming through. Anne says, love it when Jan is on because she explains everything so well. She does. And Mary Lee Carroll says, good morning, everyone. I've been in such a slump since last August, but this set is one of my favourite, and one of my favourite crafters today, maybe just what I need, says Mary Lee Carroll. So adorable. I have a box of different sizes of wiggle eyes, says Sue Cummings. Oh. It might look cute on the penguin.
They might.
Yes.
That would be very cool.
Yes.
Yep.
Cute chubby penguins with wiggly eyes. Penny Lowe says, hi from Brighton, Michigan. Love the penguins. Suzanne Ertz says, good morning from Gurney, Illinois, north of Chicago. And Pammy says, my kids used to watch Mr. Popper's Penguins on a continuous loop for a whole summer when they were 9 and 7. The DVD may have gotten lost afterwards. My Daisy used to be like that with Frozen. In the movie Frozen, she went through a phase of watching that every day on loop. So much so, I think I knew every single word to every single song. And funnily, I think that one got lost as well, Pammy. This is the collection, the Showstopper. We're going to get into another demo with Jan. If you want to go for the Showstopper, everything that you're seeing here for a fantastic price of just £36 or $48. And remember, you buy the Showstopper, get the bonus buy of the extra 3 sets of Aquablend pencils for half the price. It'll be just £24 or $32. Let's dive back into it though, Jan. I know you've got lots of demos that we want to be cracking on with. Who are you going to be showing us next?
We're going to go for our Nicholas favourite. We're going to do a little Christmas hugs. Okay. So again, you just look at them and they are literally just the epitome of cuteness. They really are. So again, this one, they're all the same format. You've got that main focal image and then you've got your extra sentiments around there as well. So you can see again, pop him in my hand. They're a really nice size. So just over 6 inches. Or sorry, 6 centimetres by 8 centimetres, 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So yeah, nice size. So rather than go through all the stamping process again, I've actually stamped him out this time, but I'm going to use my alcohol markers this time. So I've changed to Nina cardstock instead of the watercolour card and changed to my alcohol proof stamping ink rather than the waterproof one. So just again making sure that you've got the right components for the colouring medium that you're going to choose. So just thought you've seen me stamping. I'll do a little bit of stamping again in a while, but rather than doing every single one. Yeah. And then again, if I just bring in that piece just to rest on. So again, I've got out some colours to use, and then I've also got out, mine's a very old blender pen. It's one of the original barrels before we brought out the classics, but it's still got some ink left in it, so therefore it's still good for me. So I'm going to use that as well. So we're going to add a little bit of the greys just to do the penguin first. So I've got 2 ice greys here. I've got the darker shades from 6, 8 and 9, and I've also got the lighter shades. We're going to use the darker one first. And again, alcohol colouring, very different to the watercolouring this time. So got 3 pen blend with the tri-blends here. So we've got a light, a medium and a dark shade of the same colour family. So I'm going to start with the light one and literally just sort of flood that area that I want the colour to go into. So again, we're going to bring this all the way round, just following the line art, and this is why it's important to make sure you've used that right stamping ink so that that line art doesn't start to bleed into your colouring. If you'd used the wrong ink, you would find the minute the alcohol touched it, it would start bleeding, and then you end up with all sorts of mess that you really don't want. So it's worth thinking in advance, what are you going to be colouring with, and then work backwards from there to the ink and the cardstock that you want to work with. So again, just adding that ink in. And again, any of the pens, you know that the tri-blends are one of my favourites, but the classics would work for this, the illustrators, the brush pet nibs, any of them will work for this particular technique here. Now again, if you want to leave that highlight, which I always tend to forget, all that means is that you're going to leave a little area with no ink in it. So I'm just going to leave a little bit in the middle of his forehead there that's got no ink in it, and that's technically where the light's hit. So if the light's coming straight at him, it would literally be in the middle of his forehead. Then I'm going to jump down to the darker shade, which is at the opposite end, and anywhere that you think there would be some shadow, so again down at the bottom here, I'm going to bring in some of that darker shade in at each side. I'm going to pop a little bit in the bridge here of his nose. And obviously where his hat's over his head, it's going to create a little bit of shadow under the hat. So I'm just going to put a line of it under here as well. And then on the line art, there's a little bit of fur detail. I'm just going to put that in as well. Then I'm going to go down to the middle, which is the medium shade. And again, I'm not going to go over the darker shade. I've just nudged the edge of it until those two meet. If you go over it, a lighter shade will bleach out a darker shade, so you're not actually gaining anything. So literally just nudging the edge so that the two basically like bleed together and make that shading a bit more seamless.
And just to reiterate, you can use whatever colour medium you want as long as you've got the right cardstock, because Sarah's asking whether or not you could use the shimmer sprays to colour the penguin. Nothing to stop you, is there?
Absolutely, I would spray a bit of that onto my glass mat or an acrylic block piece of acetate, something that's non-porous. Pick it up with a paintbrush and you absolutely. Yeah, loads of different ones. They look great done in the sparkle inks if you like that sparkly finish. So yeah, whatever it would be. The other one that I did on a previous show, and I think that was a penguin if I remember rightly, was actually stamping it on different pieces of cardstock and then building it back up a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle if you're not really into colouring. So you could stamp the hat out in one colour, the penguin out in another colour, his eyes in another, and then just cut out the relevant bits in the colours and layer it up that way if you're really not into the colouring side of it. So again, where that lightest one is now, I'm going to go back in. So everything's had at least 2 layers of ink apart from that last little bit, which I'm now going to colour in, but because that's only had 1 layer, it will dry a wee bit lighter than the rest of it. So then onto the lighter shades of grey, just like we did with the watercolouring, just round the edge of anything that you want to remain white, I'm just going to bring the grey round the edge here. And all this does is sort of create that illusion again that it's not flat. And this is where the blender pen comes in. I normally just nudge the edge of that line, basically pushing that alcohol into where the grey is. And what it'll do, it'll make the line go sort of fuzzy. And it takes away that harsh edge of the pen where you've put the alcohol ink down. So again, it's almost like just smudging. So I'm not going over the top of it, I'm literally just pushing that clear alcohol ink in the blender pen towards where the line is at the edge of the colour. And it'll like bleed into it and it makes that line become sort of more obscure. So you get the shading there, but it's not obvious that there's a definite line from the pen. And then I'm not going to do the whole thing again. I have got one already done, but just to give you a little bit of an indication, we're going to go with a little bit of pink. We'll do a little bit on the jumper here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And again, you know, the colours can be any colour. This one was taken from, again, from the choice of paper that I was going to use. So sometimes it's better to find a paper and then match your colours up to it, because if you colour it in really nicely in colours that you like and then you're struggling to find something to match it, sometimes it's easier to actually do the paper first and then you can match whatever colouring medium you've got towards it.
Okay. Hi to Lois who's joined us. Good morning everyone from Ohio. Sorry I'm late. Just got back from the dentist, says Lois. Oh, hope it wasn't anything too painful. Sean Peacock, we've got a peacock amongst the penguins, says sending holiday cheer is my favourite one of the stamps. And Patsy Santillanes, have I said your surname right? I hope I has. Sends in a joke. Why don't you see any penguins in Britain? Because they're afraid of whales.
Oh.
Because Wales, the country, obviously.
That's cool.
I like that one. It's good. That will be added to the next joke book. Feel free to send in any more. Thank you as well, by the way, to everyone who sent in pictures. I know after we've seen this demo, we have got a little picture gallery being lined up. Whether it be, is it mainly pictures of penguins or projects? Is it mainly penguins or projects? Is it penguins or projects? Oh, it's a mixture. Okay.
Ah, there you go.
Looking forward to this. Going to be the most fun gallery ever. Still time for you to send in pictures of your penguin projects or just pictures of penguins on their own that you've obviously taken. Don't just randomly get pictures off the internet. We are missing a picture though, apparently. I can't find it. I did look for it. The picture of George I took him to this penguin place that used to be in Torquay, thinking it would be a treat for him, and he ended up just not liking penguins at all. No, not our George, my son George. I didn't randomly take George with the joystick to go and see. Come on, George, do you want to go and see some penguins?
Oh dear.
Can you imagine? Colouring the penguin's face using the blender is like applying contours to the face with makeup, says Nikoni.
Yes, it is a little bit like
That's
that, I
a
must
great way to
admit.
put it.
Yes, good analogy. So again, I'm just gonna finish this last little bit, and then I'm going to show you the one that we've already done, because the colouring does take a little while, and I want to fit as much in as I can. So again, just blending out with that lightest shade again, right up to the edge of what we've done there. And then I've given him a pink hat. He's got a little bit of the brown just round the bottom here. And on the bottom of his cuffs. And again, I'm just going really quickly now because I've got one that I've already finished, but you can see how it builds up. And again, you know, depending on where you want to pop the colour, when he's finished, he looks like so.
Aww.
So again, just building up those layers of colour.
Looks like a baby penguin now.
Honestly, they're just so cute, aren't they? They really can't. You just imagine those on the mantelpiece at Christmas time. They literally, it's just going to be, oh. So again, all I've done is I've cut him out, just fussy cut him with my little scissors. Round the edge, I've just left a tiny, tiny white border. My preference, because I'm not very good at cutting right, I usually end up cutting into my image. You don't have to leave the white, you can cut right next to the ink line if you wish. And we're going to pop him now, he's going to be our focal point on the card. So again, just a very, very straightforward fold back. So I've actually got 5 3/4 square, then folded in half to fold back, and I'm just going to pop again on with my tape runner. And again, this is paper from Frosty and Bright. Again, I did have that collection out on my desk, so I love the colour scheme in that collection. It's very contemporary, which I do. I do like the traditional Christmas colours, but I do like the contemporary stuff as well.
We've got Frosty and Bright elements for you as well, by the way, in the 'Tis the Season sale. Gilding flakes, fur sneer. The faux snow's Frosty and... there was some faux snow with Frosty and Bright. Is that what I've got over here? Yes, it is. And yeah, loads of gilding flakes. 'Tis the Season sale on the website, 70% off. Yes, and if you are buying penguins, Jan, they'd look nice with some faux snow, wouldn't they?
They certainly would, yes.
So, all there on the website.
So we're going to have that, like so. And then I've just used some nesting dies to create a little background. So this is the stitched circle that we had. And then he's going to go in the centre there. So I just need to stick these two together. And the cardstock that I've used for my card blank and these little bits of cutouts here are the double-sided luxury Centura pearl. So we've got that lovely fresh white. So you've got that pearl on both sides of that one. So I'm going to layer those up together, like so. And then I've just put some little foam pads on the back of my penguin there. And we'll take those backings off. And then get him popped in place. Oh, they're not playing today. I think, so my pokey tool's a bit sticky. Come on.
Karen
no,
just said...
it's actually my one, this.
Oh,
and it's still... There we go, look, we're all right. Sorry, Ben.
That's all right.
What were you going to say?
Sorry, yes, that's fine. I don't know what I was going to say now.
And then because it's going onto that shiny surface of the Centura pearl, just pop in the insurance on there again. Okay, a little bit of the tacky on there just to hold it in place, and then he's going to sit right in the middle there. Very, very cute. And then I just need to put glue on one side of that so that he sticks onto that fold back element like so. So we're just going to have glue along that side, and I'll stick, seeing as I've got that one open. And then that's going to go and literally line up the die cut with the middle of the card there. And then in that particular section, that stamp set, we've got May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. So I've just stamped this out, done a little bit of matting and layering. And again, we've got some of those foam pads that are not releasing the backs today for some reason. and then that one's just going to go down in the corner. Okay. And again, that's as far as we've got. I did add a couple of little, you can see just by adding the embellishment, we've got little twinnies now. Just added some gems and a little bow just to complement the sentiment in this corner. We've got little twinny bins, haven't we? Yeah.
Oh, no.
So you can see there. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, the beauty of having the stamps is that you can recreate them over and over and over. You can sit and colour them. You know, if you were doing craft fairs, I think one of the ideas I'd got, you know, was to sort of, you could have a set of all 6 designs if you bought the bundle and put those in a gift box to sell as a set of Christmas cards. Or you could stamp the same design repeatedly, maybe 4, 5, 6 times, and do them all in different colourways and have them in a gift box as a set of cards. You know, if you're doing craft stalls and things like that leading up to Christmas, they'd be absolutely great. The other thing is that they're a nice size to be able to, if you did them like this one's on Nina cardstock, so I would probably mount it on another piece of card to make it a bit thicker, then cut it out, put a little hole in the top with some ribbon, make a great gift tag for your Christmas presents as well, wouldn't they?
Yeah. So many ideas. Did you say later on you're going to do like a little effect with some masking tape?
The masking
like line
tape.
all of them up?
We've got a couple so that they look as if they're stood together.
Yeah, because I almost, with that one there as well, could be that he or she has got like off to the game with the, do you know what I mean? With the hat on of their team, their supporters' colours, and that you could line loads of them up, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It would look brilliant. The penguins are just too adorable. Cute card, Jan. These penguins are cuteness, says Nikoni. Cuteness overload, in fact. I could just see myself poking their tummies like we do to the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yes. Go on.
Oh, again. They're too young in this gallery, aren't they?
Yeah, Pillsbury Doughboy. You have to just Google. Hey, Jan and Ben. Part 2, says Emma Bailey. These would look fab. Decoupage too. Yes, they would.
Yep. Well, it's funny you should say that.
You say all the great ideas, but it's kind of what you said earlier on, isn't it? Going back to like doing individual elements. Why not multi-cut it and fussy cut it and have like you know, elements sort of standing proud of the card. These are the cutest stamps ever, says Christine. I hope Crafters Companion comes out with a lot more of these kind of stamps. I love them so much. Adorable, says Suzanne. Beautiful card again. Patsy's being our penguin joke provider today, and I'm loving these. Why did the penguin cross the ocean? To get to the other tide. Karen's just finished the ironing whilst watching. She says, thank you for making it more bearable. And Shadai says, well, hello, Nana Jan. How nice to see you today. Hello, my Lord Ben. Good morning. Good morning. And I've got the picture. Laura's just sent me the picture of George through. It's not actually as... so I sent it to you, Nicola, might be easier. We'll show it on the next round of pictures. It's not actually as bad as I remember it to be, but he just was not happy about seeing the penguins. Let's have a look, though, at some of your pictures that have come through. Kristen Kamara. Now, where was this taken? Do you know where these were? SeaWorld in Orlando. Look at all the penguins in the background there. Wow. That's obviously behind a screen, right? Because it doesn't look like it is. Looks like you could just sort of jump in over the top and go and cuddle the penguins. But I love that. Thank you, Christine. Jyoti has been busy making penguin cards as well. This is very cute, very pretty. This is what she made last Christmas. I love the penguin in the front there as well, that light-up penguin ornament. That is super cute. Oh, now the penguin hidden behind. So that was the first set of penguin stamps we did, was it?
Yes.
Really love that. It's lovely to see what you guys have been creating. So that's super. Thank you. Oh, and another one. Oh, I remember this one.
Yep.
The penguin with the presents. That one's kind of...
They're great, aren't they? I like the diagonal with the paper as well. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost looks like he's sliding down the hill, doesn't it?
Yes.
Then we've got Betty Weaver. We don't know where it is exactly, but it's her son's favourite exhibit. And I'm not surprised because it is penguins. And apparently one was swimming just in front of him there, and he was thrilled, as you would be. Absolutely brilliant. Did you say that there are penguins at the Deep in Hull?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there's an enclosure. They've got their own little pool and everything. And then they've got all the area at the side, you know, it's really... And there's several viewpoints, so you can see it as you come down.
Yeah.
You can look through the glass and see it from the top of the water surface, but as you go lower still, you can actually, they've got a glass window that's actually looking under the water, so you can see them swimming, you can see the little flippers and the tummies in the water.
That is so cute.
Very cute.
And Gilmore as well has sent in a lovely picture of her little one. I mean, that is amazing. That's her daughter,
Fabulous,
Cara.
yeah.
Detroit Zoo. I mean, so many... Are they all real penguins or some of those statues? They're all real. Look at the one just behind her. Trying to get in. That's like a photo bomb, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seriously. That's an amazing picture, Gilmore. I love that. Cara looks like she's having the best time. And then the next picture... Well, I know that, Nicola. Nicola's just gone... That is a fake one. Oh, and it's called Tux. Is that right? Tux the penguin. Love that. Thank you, Gilmore. And then Jane, this is the kind of thing I'm after as well. Paradise Wildlife Park, this one.
Oh, wow.
Is that a baby penguin?
It doesn't look very big, does it?
No. Like a toddler penguin. But I like that. I've got a lot of time for that little cute penguin. And then Renee Deshane. Again, I remember these stamps from last year.
Yeah. They're so cute, aren't they? I just think you can't go wrong. They're pretty generic. You could send those cards to anyone, couldn't you? There's no male or female element to them.
No.
Look at those. That's great.
And not necessarily. I mean, yes, Christmas, but like any winter cards.
Yeah,
what
winter
I mean?
birthdays and things like that. Yeah.
Penguins are Christmas, but they're also non-Christmas as well. You've also got another card from Renee. Sorry, Liam's just run into the studio with a picture of a penguin. He just showed me there. Send it to the gallery, Liam. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. There's no point shoving the phone in my face. You know what to do. Yes, keep sending in the photos, any penguin pics, any cards that you've made. I've just forwarded my pic to the studio. Well, actually, I sent it to Nicola because I could go the private way, have the VIP. Don't send it to me. I don't want it, Liam. Don't send me the picture. Oh, why don't you just send it to Nicola? I'm not here to forward on your... No, send it to me if you want. It's a great pic. Thank you. Betty Weaver says that picture was at Loveland Aquarium in Draper, Utah. You can go down a level and see the swimming from underneath as well.
Yeah.
Sil says penguins at the London Aquarium are cool. You can see them underwater. And Zoe Carver says same at Marwell Zoo. And Bird World, I'm not penguin obsessed, honestly. So I get the feeling that you do love your feathered friends because you've got your ducklings, you've got your penguins. Susie says, be nice to Liam. I am being nice to him. He's just, I'm doing, and he's just gone, so I've just said, send it in. It just, oh dear.
Oh my days.
Right, shall we? I'm not, Nicola. Nicholas goes, Ben's in a mood. I'm not in a mood today. I'm not in a mood. I'm in a very, I've just got a bit of a sore, I've got a bit of a trapped nerve.
You're struggling, aren't you? Yeah.
Just a little bit. I'm not in a mood though. But I will get in a mood if you keep saying Ben's in a mood. And you don't want to see me, you don't want to see me in a mood. Shall we crack on with some more penguins? I think you've got another demo.
I have, yeah. We're going to go, I'll sort of put this one right in the middle. And we're going to do a little bit of masking. And funnily enough, a little bit of decoupage as well. So it just happens to be the same one that I've just used, but I'm also going to bring in the little Christmas blessings as well. So we're going to use both of these and we're going to create some masking. So I've actually got my masking tape, which I've actually progressed. I always used to use little sticky notes prior to finding this stuff. But yeah, this is absolutely amazing. You can find it on the website if it's still in stock. And I'll show you exactly what I've done with that in a second. So I'm going to do the watercolouring again with the pencils. So I've actually gone for my watercolour card again this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a little scene with both of these stood together. So I'm going to have sort of one of them behind and then the other one in front. Now the rule of stamping to create dimension like that is whatever's in the foreground we need to stamp first. So this little guy is going to be in the foreground. So I'm going to take him off and stamp him out first. So we'll pop him about there. I'm just going to make sure that there's room. Yeah, there's plenty of room for him to go behind. So about there, like so. And then I'm going to use my waterproof ink because we're coming back to the Aquablend pencils.
Yeah.
And we're going to pick that one up and give that a nice coat of ink.
Question I was going to ask you as well, talking about stamping.
Yeah.
Because we obviously get the rocker blocks and the Showstopper. When do you rocker block and when do you platform? Or is there no hard and fast rule for you personally?
You know the answer to that.
Do I?
Yeah. What am I always championing?
Oh, I know you champion this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I very, very rarely, I used to use my rocker blocks before this came out, but I very rarely use anything other than this now. Purely because, even down to the smallest sentiment in the middle of the grid, purely because you've got that ability to overstamp. In the past, I was saying earlier about the fine liners being able to touch in areas that you'd missed. That's not an issue now because you can overstamp if you need to. So I very rarely use anything other than my stamping platform now, if I'm totally honest. I've still got my rocker blocks. And as I say, I did used to use them prior to having this, but this has just revolutionised the way a lot of people stamp. So what I've done now is I want to stamp this one at the side of him. So if I was to take this one now and stamp him here, I'm going to get elements of crossover in the middle that are going to look very messy and not very easy to cover up. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of this off, okay, and then you're going to stamp this little dude onto your paper and cut it out. This little dude, yeah. So you get a little sticky one. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to do that again because I've already done it, and obviously it takes time to cut it out, and you can save them. I've literally just put mine onto the back of the stamp set, and you can use them more than once. They're tacky. The paper's tacky on the back. So what we're going to do now is cover this one up completely with the mast piece. So I'm just going to put this over the top, just tack it down. And now when we stamp this one over the top, it's going to stamp onto the masked area and leave the other one underneath. So I'm just going to pop him sort of as if he's like slightly behind him will be the effect. And then again, pick that one up. Let me just get rid of the first one there. Pop him on here. And then we're going to do the same again. We're going to use the same ink. Ink that one up with the waterproof ink, and then stamp this one down straight over the top of the masking sheet that's there. So again, make sure we get a good print off that one. Okay, so we've got him there. Just missed a little bit there, look, and I can see that the ink's still on my platform, and this is what I like about having this here. I'd obviously not pressed that area enough, but when we go back in and transfer the ink, it completes that image for me. So again, we've got those at the ready now. Take those off the stamping platform and then just very, very carefully peel away the masked image. And what happens is the one that you stamped first is overlapping the one at the back. And then all I've done with this is just kept it on the back of my sheet with the stamp on.
Oh, yeah, keep it again for another time.
Yeah, you can use it several times before it'll probably, you know, you might end up ripping it one time when you take it off, but yeah, just keep reusing it. So whenever I create a mask, I always keep it with the stamps involved. And then again, for the rest of this, I've done the same technique that we did at the beginning. I've actually used my beautiful aqua blends with the water and added some colour into the penguins. Now I'm not going to do a lot of this because you saw me do this in the first demo, but just for the benefit of anybody that is just joining us, I'm going to do a little bit of work, not so much on this one, I'm going to come back to him, but just on here. Let's have a little look. What did we do? We did the violet, if I remember rightly, for his jumper. So again, let's just pop those up a bit, pop those there. So pencil direct to paper and just add a bit of colour around the outside. They are so, so easy to use. And I used watercolour pencils prior to coming across these at Crafters Companion when I started working for them. And I struggled to blend out the pencil marks on the ones that I had at home. I used to get very frustrated because no matter how hard I tried, I'd always got a line where I'd put the pencil down. But if you watch how well these blend now, so we've got that beautiful rich pigment in there, and then you want the tiniest bit of water. So I'm going in my water pot and then literally trying to get rid of it and take off any excess. It just wants to be damp.
Which one of the brushes is that you're using of the Royal and Langley?
This is actually the number 6, so it's like the middle one. There is a thinner one than this, and then it goes on to the flat ones, yeah. So once you touch that pigment now with the water, it just almost like melts it.
Yeah.
You can just see how it smooths it out. It's absolutely gorgeous. And that's testimony to the quality of the pencils. And this is what I learned very, very quickly when I came to work for Crafters Companion, is that all the hard work's been done before those products even hit the shelves. Our Leanne is such a stickler for everything being perfect before they come out available to the public. So you know that when you buy one of our products, you're going to get that quality and it will do exactly what you want it to do. So that pigment, literally, I'm just pushing it around the paper and you can create that sort of blended look really, really easily. And then if you want to add more colour, I don't recommend taking the pencil to the wet card.
No.
Just use your damp brush again, and I am literally just popping the tip of it into the water pot and take a little bit of pigment straight from the edge of the pencil. Try to keep it on the pigment and not the wooden barrel. All right, again, just housekeeping. And you can see then how you can add in a little bit of extra darker shade. So again, just pushing it round, and the watercolour card is everything's made to work together. So that watercolour card is there to give you the optimum sort of benefit of using those lovely water-soluble pencils. If you tried to do this on Nina, you wouldn't get the same effect because A, the Nina's smooth and it's not as absorbent. It's not made for working with water. So again, it's about getting those core products right, and then all of a sudden you become the artist. So you become able to create all these things because you've got all the right products in place. But again, just leaving that sort of lighter area in the middle so that it looks as if it's shaded. And again, I'm just going to take a little bit and add a bit more colour to the sleeve there. Okay, and I think we did a little bit. I'm just going to take a bit into here. Oh, you can see, look, because that was wet from where I've just had the paintbrush on it, you can see the difference. But again, it will all blend out. And that's the difference between the ones that I'd bought previously that were just a random brand to ones that have been designed specifically to do the job.
I kind of want to see you use all the masking tape now and put all 6 of the little penguins in a row.
Do a group photo?
Yeah, a little group photo.
Little group photo of them all together. Okay, so that was my violet in that one. And then I'd use the deeper one for the hat here. So again, just pop the pencil where you would think about it being darker. So pop the crayon down into those darker areas and then leave the centre bit, which would normally be that highlighted bit, without any pigment in there. And then if you want, I can just take a little bit around the bottom edge there. And then again, the blending comes in with the water. So again, the minute you touch it, you go from that sort of texture of the card to that lovely smooth finish there. It really is as simple as that. And like I said, I don't consider myself to be an artist. So, you know, I've learned how to do this. And I had a fantastic teacher, obviously, in our Leanne, who we learned such a lot from when we started working for the company. But it is practice. And if you don't like what you've done, at the end of the day, you've stamped on a piece of card.
That's it.
You know, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't quite turn out. But what I would do is, rather than go straight onto something that you want to be a project, is maybe get a piece of A4 card. You know, if you're going for that Showstopper, you've got the pack of 15 sheets in there. Take one of the card pieces out, stamp maybe 4 or 5 of the same image, and then just practice the colouring before you sort of get to a point where you think, right, I'm okay, I can get one that's ready to go on a project then. And half of it is just enjoying the time spent colouring.
There's no
just like we said with the alcohol colouring, it's a very mindful sort of hobby to have.
Just remind Kathy as well what paper you're using here.
So this is actually the watercolour card. So the minute I'd use anything water-based, watercolour card, it is made for that purpose. It's very, will absorb any of the water that you've got on there, so that you've not got, what you don't want, and I can see there straight away, is too much water floating about on the top of your card. It wants to be controlled. And if you did this on a smooth cardstock, that water would stay on the top of the card for longer, and then it makes it more difficult for you to start moving the pigment around because you're busy trying to push the water around. So again, I'm not going to spend too long with this. I want to concentrate on this little one here. So if I bring the one in that I've actually coloured, okay, so you can see there we've got the pink and the purple and the little penguin coloured in. This one, I've only gone round the edges with the black. And I'm not even going to bother blending that because someone said, oh, they'd be great to decoupage, and that is exactly what I've done. I've stamped them more than once, and I've coloured in the relevant pieces. So this one is going to be the bottom half of the body. General rule of thumb when you're decoupaging is so the smaller it gets, the closer it gets. So I've done the whole thing and I've just coloured in the body. Then I've stamped again and done the head and the arms. And I'm going to pop this up on a little bit of 3D glue gel in a second. And then the arms would be the closest to you because they're sticking out.
Do you know what? I've just literally looked at that same stamp and thought you could actually use that as a moustache if you placed it a little bit higher. Yes! Yes, Jan! Oh yes! That's brilliant! Please put it there. Don't worry about placing it on the other penguin.
Oh, hello, monsieur.
I am a penguin from France.
Oh, that is hilarious. It should actually be his arms.
So good.
Oh, crikey. So I'm just going to get my...
That's all I can see on the other penguin now. Is just a moustache. It's not his arms anymore, is it? It is a moustache.
Somewhere in my bag of tricks, which seems to be hiding at the second.
Do you know what? Interestingly, as well, I know you did a French accent there. Do you know what the sign language sign is for France or French? It is that, as in a moustache.
As in waxing the moustache.
Yeah, that is France. Yeah, and French. That is so funny, though. That is so funny. Nicola's just got, if you put that moustache on the other penguin, that's card of the day.
But then my little penguin won't have any arms.
But it could be behind his back.
Oh, I'd have to colour the ones in on this next level if I'm going to do that. Honestly, you guys. They just want me to give the penguin a moustache now.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's an option for you there. If you do want a posh penguin or a mustachioed penguin, you've now got the option there. So off you go.
So at the very back, I've left the wings and the feet. So I've coloured those in on the base one.
Yeah.
And the reason I just go around the edge of the original image is just in case you can see elements of it where you've lifted it up, you've got that little bit of base colour underneath there. So that one's going to go on first. And then again, just rounded the card, that little tiny bit to give him some shape. And then again, we can pop the gel. You can use foam pads for this if you wish. You get more of a stacked image with the foam pads than you do with the gel.
Lynn says, I was trying to work it out because I thought it was a moustache.
That was so funny.
I can see its arms now, or wings. And Betty says, that was hilarious, Jan. And now I will always see a moustache.
Yep. So they are technically his little arms from here. But yeah, it does look cool. That is just hilarious. Let me look.
Do it. Go on, have a look.
I'm going to try my own. I'm about to try them on them all now. What else have we got? I don't think it'll work on that one.
It'll work on the penguin.
It's a side view, isn't it?
It might work on that one.
Let's do penguin. Yeah. Here we go. This is the one from earlier. Here he is, look. That is hilarious, honestly. Oh, I'm going to have to put them in the right place on this card, but I think for future reference, that has got to be done, hasn't it?
Hands up in the comments if you want to see a mustachioed penguin demo later on in Launch Party.
Deary me.
Dear. Oh, everyone thought it was a moustache, but nobody was. Everyone was afraid to say. I thought it was a moustache, says Sylv. I thought it was a moustache, says Colleen.
It's his little flippers, his wings, whatever we decided they were. Honestly, that is hilarious. Right, let me just pop my glue away before it starts, because the heat in here is tremendous. So I just need to squeeze that. Funny. Pop the lid on and make sure that's safe.
November
and then
penguins.
Again, I've kept the card very, very straightforward. So I've just got a top fold card this time, piece of pattern paper, and again, I want those little penguins to be the main feature on there.
Oh,
so again,
dear.
Just the tape pen. That is hilarious, that.
The things that we find out by mistake.
Oh, the happy accidents.
Happy accidents. That certainly was one of those. Wow. Just see the time as well. We've only got over half an hour left.
Oh my
days. It's flown over again.
I'm only on demo number 3.
We'll get another one in.
So, yeah. So again, you know me, I like to do the inside as well. My little signature bit with the bits of scrap that are left over. So these are both sentiments from that set. I'll check which one, because I used 2 different sets there, didn't I? So I will just double check which one the sentiments are from. They are...
The viewers want the moustache. I'm just hearing. I like what you're doing with your inserts, by the way, at the minute. You did this last time with the little...
May all your Christmas wishes come true.
The little detail you're putting on the bottom of your insert.
It just links the outside to the inside, so the sentiments are from the Christmas blessings. But again, they all mix and match. If you're buying them as a bundle, you've got the whole caboodle to go with them there. So I've got that one there. We're going to put this one, again, you can raise it up. Like so. And that one's just going to go straight on the front there. Wriggle it into place. And then I've just added a couple of little star sequins on there. And then Christmas blessings, which is from that same set. You've got the Christmas blessings in the little one with the wings. And again, I'll just keep it all flat because I'll pop that one. And I'm just going to put that, I don't want to cover up the detail, so I'm just going to pop that one up in the corner there. So there he is. Little angel blessings.
With a moustache.
With his French partner. Oui, oui.
Yes. Oui, oui.
There you go.
So funny, and that's all I can see now.
But I'm just thinking again, I'm thinking Christmas decor, like you've just said, Ben. A really long, just slipping on my my mat there, but a really long sort of piece of cardstock to go in a long picture frame. Use that masking technique and get all of the little penguins in a row. And you could actually have that up as a piece of Christmas decor then every year, couldn't you? Yeah.
Or just create little hanging ornaments for your tree with them.
They could be for the tree. Again, they make great gift tags. They're just the right size to make as a little gift tag to pop some thread in the top of them and then right on the back. But yeah, very, very cute.
I've never seen so many comments for a moustache ever. Mustache.
That's hilarious.
Mustache, says Betty. I'm cracking up with the new mustache hack, says Connie. I don't think it's actually a hack. Well, but do it. Absolutely do it. You say, I'm spitting my coffee on the counter. Couldn't see past the mustache before. Now I can see the arm, says Eleanor. So loads of you thought it was a mustache. It's these little
That was hilarious.
Mustache would win today, says Barbara Satterley. I honestly, says Christine, saw the mustache right away but didn't say anything. And me, says Lillian Kwok, but a mustache would be above his beak. Would it? Would it? It would be...
Don't know, the beak's the mouth.
Oh, yeah, because the beak's the mouth,
the beak's
isn't it?
The mouth, isn't it?
It would be there. It would be. Yeah, it would be. Yes, mustache, my Lord Ben. Love it, says Shadiah. And Sue says, Jan, I never could understand the masking technique until you showed how to do it with some tricks. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Sue says, Jan, what is the yellow topper over your water pot? That's actually Michelle's water. Well, it was bought for Michelle, wasn't it? Basically, Michelle had a bit of an accident.
I used to have these in school for the kiddies in school. Yeah. So the idea is that if you tip them it's less spillage.
Yeah.
It's just a little cap that fits on top. You buy them as a unit, and it's got a hole in the middle there to put the paintbrush in, but it's less spillage if anything gets knocked over. And as I say, we used to have them in school.
Yeah, so of course
yeah.
Michelle needed one.
Michelle, bless her, who literally had the tsunami, didn't she, over her work?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think they're readily available. We don't sell them, but they're readily available out there on the market. You usually buy them in sets. They usually come in like sets of 3 or something like that. They're great for the kiddies.
Michelle, I think, was sent a set after her tidal wave.
After a little accident.
Cute card, Jan, says Dee Connie. Lois says, lovely card, Jan, thank you. Beautiful card, Jan. And those little penguins would make cute Christmas ornaments, says Rosalind. Yeah, as we touched on, yes, use them for cards, use them for ornaments, use them as tags as well for your presents. It's such a really fun collection, and now made even more fun for the fact that you can mustachio your penguin. Thank you for sending in all the pictures. We'll have a look at those very, very shortly indeed. Let us just quickly show you the bundle before we go to a quick little break. The Showstopper is all of the new stamps, all of these brand new stamps that you're going to get within the collection. So you've got the 6 new stamps with the sentiment. You've got your pencils in there, your Essentials collection, the Aquablend pencils. You've got your rocker blocks. You've also got in there your watercolour cardstock and, of course, your waterproof ink pad. So that's the Showstopper. And as we said, if you look at the pencils and then the stamps there, that's about £45 worth of product before you even add in the other bits and pieces. So the fact that you're paying £36 or $48 today is incredible. And then when you go for the Showstopper, you can then buy the bundle of extra pencils half price. But here are all of your characters. So you've got your Making Spirits Bright, would work with mustache. You've also, there he is. You've also got Christmas Blessings. Mustache. There he is, look. That's a big bushy mustache. Yeah, it would work on this one as well, wouldn't it? Snow What Fun. Mustache in the breeze. Mustache in the wind. That's an Elton John song, that, isn't it?
Oh, my days.
And it seems to me you lived your life like a mustache in the wind.
It's just getting worse. Oh my days.
Probably wouldn't work on the Have a Nice Day because you've got the side profile there, your little skating penguin. Then you've got, yes, we know, the Christmas Hugsy penguin. And then last but by no means least is your Sending Holiday Cheer. They all come with a selection of sentiments for you as well. Things like season's greetings, Christmas hugs, sending you warm winter wishes. So those are all of those brand new penguins. You can go for those individually if you want to. You can go for those as a smaller bundle if you want to. However, the majority of you who are going for the Showstopper are also bagging the bonus buy, which is the bundle of pencils that we've got for you, which you would pay £48 or $64 for if you bought them on their own. But if you go for the Showstopper, bottom of the screen, buy the cute penguin Showstopper and get the 3-piece aqua pencils for half price. So you almost like complete your set because you've got the essentials in the Showstopper, you've got your botanical range, you've got your landscape collection here, 24 more colours there for you, and then you've also got your portrait collection in there too. Remember, these retail normally at £24.95, so the fact that that price of £60 is what you would pay if you weren't getting these as a Showstopper. That's already a great price, but you get the Showstopper and the bonus buy if you're platinum. I mean, it's incredible. £24 or $32 is what you pay, so it's like you're getting all 3 of the tins for less than the price of one. Let us go to a quick break. Opportunity for you to check out your baskets here. When we come back, we'll squeeze in a final demo and we'll find out who is going to win the demo of the show. Keep the questions and comments coming through. We'll look at your pictures too right after this.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly how he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up. at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, got me a cup of coffee there. That's all right. That's right. Oh, lovely. Thank you, everyone, for all the love coming through. The Penguin stamps have just waddled it. They're not all Penguin stamps, but I appreciate that, Connie. Let's call them the Penguin stamps. I like that, actually. The Penguin stamps have just waddled onto my cart. They're spending the holidays with me. I love that. Zoe Carver says, at least it was only a moustache that we saw this time. I don't know what that means.
Speak for yourself.
I'm so glad that you didn't just hear what Jan has just responded to that was said in my ear. Rosalind says, I know I would knock that cup of water over. I just use the Crafters Companion fillable brushes. That is an option, a great option.
Yep.
So cute, Jan. Love the card, says Sean. And I just love watching Jan create her cards, says Diane. Oh, Dan, I'm going to get your surname wrong, but I'll attempt it. Kjelsvik? let me know. Amazing talent and so easy to follow. Hello from Morris, Illinois. Listen, we have got 20 minutes to go, so what we're going to do is we're going to get one more demo in, then we'll get your vote going, and then we'll pretty much be there. So for the final demo, I'm really delighted to say that Jan is going to be showing you how to create a mustachioed penguin.
I wish. It is the same image, actually.
Is it?
Yes, it is. So I'm going to make, and again, I thought, you know, with this sort of primarily be named as a Christmas range or a winter range, you know, we've got sort of, I say Christmas coming up. We were talking about this at the weekend when my family visited. I said, you know, it doesn't seem 2 minutes since we were turning the new year.
No.
And then one of the things we really wanted to do last week was spend the summer solstice up at the beach, which is why I ended up at the caravan for a few days while I hadn't got any work. So we did. We spent Wednesday pretty much on the beach. And I said, all of a sudden, you know, now that Midsummer's Day's gone and we're now sort of the nights start drawing in again, it'll be very soon thinking about Christmas. I'm like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
You know, 1 minute you're just getting over one Christmas and then all of a sudden we're heading into the second half of the year. My youngest daughter's on a countdown because some of you know she works in secondary school, so she's literally got a few weeks left before she breaks up for the summer.
Yeah.
And we're like, where does the time go?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to that, thinking that gift bags, little gift bags and boxes and things like that are always ideal. This is a really, really simple one to do. So I started out, my piece of cardstock when I started out was 12 inches. So it's from a 12-inch paper pad and it measures 8-inch in depth, okay? And then I've scored it here. Let's have a little look, just reminding myself. I've scored it at, where are we? 2.5 and 5.5. And then on the long side, it's been scored at, let me just get that lined up again. It's been scored at 5.25 and 6 3/4 all the way through. So this is very similar. I made one of these out of card the other day and we made a little sort of gift bag stroke box. This is just making it out of the double-sided papers are ideal for this. So you can see I've scored all the way along that one line and then again at the other side all the way along that one line. And then we've done the same down the sides here and down this side. And then I've cut, with my scissors, I've just cut these bits to that horizontal score line. So I've cut down both sides here and I've done the same at this side, both sides. So as I say, I think last time I was here, I did one out of card and we decorated the front of it. So again, I'm going to turn it this way. And basically, these two are going to fold inside. So this becomes the side of our box here. These two are going to fold inside like so to create that little gift box in the middle. And then we're going to bring these, and it is really a simple, quick one to do. You've got your little gift bag there at the ready. So I'm going to use wet glue because that gives me time again to just wriggle everything into place. So the first thing I want to do is put glue on these two tabs. So I've folded them up so I'm working on the right side because that's going to stick inside here. Okay, so I want glue on this one. And again, by using the wet glue, it means I've got time to wriggle it all into place. And it does dry so firm, the collal, that it's giving it, because this is only paper, it gives it that little bit of extra stability. So I'm going to stick one of these inside the other, like so. And then I'm going to bring up the side one and stick it on here. And then just make sure that everything's lined up nicely before I give it a bit of a press down. And I'm just going to use my bone folder just to spread that glue out inside and make sure that it's all adhered nicely. And then we're going to do the same at the other side. So we need to bring those outside pieces in. So I'm actually putting glue on the right side of the tabs there, as opposed to the inside of them. And then that one's going to fold over there. And then we're going to put glue on that one the same. And then this one folds up. And because you've got the wet glue, you can just make sure that everything's tucked into place. And then when you're happy with it, we can just pop that bone folder in and squidge all the glue. So really, really straightforward. And then I've just punched using my crocodile there, just punched a little hole in the top. We're going to put some ribbon through there just to finish that bit off. And while I'm doing that, I've used, what did I do with him? Where's he gone? I've used my little Christmas blessings stamp and created just a little tag here, which I'm going to pop. They're all still on about the moustache in my ear, honestly.
I know. Poirot Penguin, we'll call him.
Poirot Penguin. I'm going to have to do one like that now on a future demo. So I'm just going to tie that together, and then I'm also going to thread that little tag through there as well to have on the front. And then we can fasten this up. And then any of the penguins, I just happen to have used this one in this particular demo, but any of them are the right size to fit on here. So again, just pop a bow in there.
Yeah.
And then you can trim that off. They're so simple to make. You know, if you've got any papers left over in one of your 12 by 12 pads, you tend to find there's maybe one amongst them that you're not so keen on. You know, use them up to make the little gift bags. You can just see you've got a little space inside. You can just see inside it. Where are we? Just there. You've got plenty of space inside there. It actually measures finished 5 inches by 3. So 5 tall by 3 by 1.5. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then all I've done is literally stamped out, because we're getting low on time again, I've stamped out that little Christmas blessings, coloured it just like we had done. I have actually used the watercolours on this one again, and this time using the very pale blue for the wings instead of using the paint brush like we've been using for the rest of them. On the wings I actually used my sparkle pen as the water brush and just agitated the pencil with the water brush, which has just put a very, very light sparkle on his little wings. And again, you know, this is actually going to be the focal point on the front of my little gift bag. It could just as easily, if you'd have punched a hole in the top here, have been your gift tag, and then you've got space on the back to write a little message. So whichever way you want to do it. But on this occasion, I'm just going to put some little foam pads on the back. We'll just put them across the middle there. And this is going to be my focal point on the card there. We've got room to put one at the bottom and one about there. So again, just take my pokey tool and see if we can get... There's always one that objects. And then again, just, it's going onto paper, but if it's going to be a gift bag that's going to get open and closed, you know that I like to have that little bit of extra.
Belt and braces.
Yep, just
or belt and suspenders, as you say in the US.
Tacky glue, yep. Just to pop him on the front there. So we've got our Christmas blessings, and then we've got our little, and again, as I say, any of them would fit on the front there really nicely. We've got our little tag on the front there, and you can just see him. Turn him round. Really, really quick and simple. As I say, you could cut several of the pieces of paper to size, get them all scored as a batch, do the cutting as a batch, get them all made, or you could leave them flat until you're ready to use them and then just pop them together. And there's just enough room inside there to pop a nice, maybe a little chocolate treat or something like that.
A penguin
maybe
bar.
A little penguin bar, yeah. A couple of little bath bombs, little wax melts, things like that. They're just a really nice little extra gift token just to add to your collection.
I tell you what, this is it's been such a brilliant show. I've loved all the comments coming through as well. Thank you for... Oh, Diane says, awesome pronunciation, Ben. Perfection. I said your surname correct. That's good news. I won't say it again because I'll mess it up second time. Pippin in to say hello, says Creative Blessings. I'm late, but I'll do a catch-up. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Love the Aquablend pencil, says Creative Blessings. They're perfect with a water brush. And Jan says Creative Blessings is looking great and one of the most talented teachers. I love her demos.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate all the comments. I get a little bit overwhelmed by them all, to be honest, because I'm just very fortunate to be doing what I love. And the fact that I can share it with you guys is just the icing on the cake. So yes, I do appreciate all the comments.
Pammy says, I love making these little gift bags. They're perfect for party favours. Cute little box, says Samantha Cheney. Oh, and Sandra says, Ben, I have a different answer to water issues. I think this is to do with the
Going back to the pot.
issues.
Yeah.
I've sent in a picture. We'll have a look at that maybe, if we get time. Why is this little box making me hungry, says Stephanie. Thinking chocolate. Because it's perfect size for throwing in a few little chocolates, isn't it? And can we have a stock update for the stamps, please, says Lillian. I think we're all right as far as the stamps are concerned. I think we've got a fairly sizable stock of the penguins. So if you're in trouble, I will let you know, but we are all good to go as far as I know. Right, shall we do the vote for the demo of the show?
So, at the top of the show then, we actually started off with the watercolour with those aqua blend pencils, and we did the little penguin in the box there. Pardon?
That seems like this morning.
No, that was only at the beginning of this show.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So that was number 1 on that DL size card. Number 2, we flicked over to the alcohol pens.
Oh, cute.
And we did the little fold back card.
Baby penguin.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, it does look like a baby in the pink and the grey, doesn't it? Yeah. So that was number 2. Number 3, we did the masking and the decoupage. If you just have a look, there's a little bit of depth now on that little
moustache stands up
little
perfectly.
mustachio at the front there. And I added in the insert into that one. So that was number 3. And then number 4, we've actually got that cute little gift bag, and we ended up with the little Christmas blessings on there again.
I think it's got to be 3 because that's where all the moustache hilarity began. If it's not 3, I will eat my hat. 1, 2, I know. 1, 2, 3 or 4, get voting. So many great ideas, says Ginny Van Vliet. Thank you so much. Love the bag, says Nee Connie. Sweet gift bag, says Lois. Joyce says, I just love watching each and every one of you so much. Thank you. We're going to have a look at the pictures that you guys have been sending in. Lots of pictures we asked for of penguins and of penguin projects. This is my boy. Thank goodness he doesn't watch, because he'd never speak to me again for showing this picture. He was about 4, maybe 3, maybe a little bit younger here. And this was the place we took him to, Living Coast, and we just tried to get him to stand next to the penguins because they just wander around, and he would not stand any closer than that. And you can see from his face,
Right.
he's not.
If I must, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I must expression, yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't look very old there. He looks a bit bigger than what my Toby is now. I said me May 4.
Yeah, I think he was about 3 or 4.
Yeah,
but
Toby's 3, and I don't think he's quite as tall as that.
oh dear, that just takes me right back. I can't believe now he's about 10 foot taller than that. He's 15 now, my George. I just can't.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Seems like yesterday, that. But there you go. That was the picture I was meaning. Liam sent this picture
Liam,
in. Look at this pic.
Yeah.
So this is similar to what you were saying, that you see it.
Yeah, that you can actually look at them from lower down, so that they're actually, the glass is like, you can see all the water below where they're swimming. So yeah, you get that shot of them. I don't know whereabouts. Did Liam say where that one was taken?
I think it was in his back garden.
In his back garden?
Yeah, in the pond.
He's not out there now, is he? He's been knocking about all afternoon.
Do their little
yeah.
like that?
Oh yeah, yeah, they paddle like ducks do, yeah.
Yeah. So funny. Sam thinks it could be Middlesbrough. They have penguins running wild around there, and lots of other things running wild around Middlesbrough as well. Christine Jamal, thank you for this. This is really super cute again. So this is the previous set,
that's the
isn't
one
it?
with the little baby. Yeah, so cute, aren't they?
Now this, where's the? Is that looks like it's been like hand? Do you know what I mean? Created from scratch. That
I think it has, and honestly, Christine, well done.
It's clever.
That is very cleverly done. Yes, especially if that's been drawn in there. I like the little bit of snow where he's popped up through the snow mound.
That's very, very funny, Christine. Oh, hello. I love you. I love that little live walk. In case you're wondering where I've been, I have to when the pictures come up on the screen, I have to get up close and personal. So I have to go really close up. So I come around here, you see, this is what you don't see. Whilst I'm looking at the pictures, I'm like this, because they're there, you see. So I have to look down like that. So that's what you don't see. And then I do the stroll back. I don't walk like that. I just, then I walk back like that. That's how I walk. Right. The vote has actually come in for the demo of the show. So shall we announce that? I hope your hat is made from cake, Ben, says Brenda K. Tatchell. What did I say? If 3 doesn't win, I'd eat my hat.
Yes.
The winner. Yes. 3.
Number 3. Fabulous. So there we go. Thank you very much. So a little bit of masking, a little bit of decoupage, and a lot of moustache hilarity. I shall never look at that one the same now. I shall see them all with a moustache.
So good. It's so good. Renee DeShane says, Jan, thank you for all the tips and techniques. I love it when you are on. We all love it when Jan's on. Let's just quickly, before we go, recap on the Showstopper. In fact, all the different ways that you can buy. So the Showstopper is here. It's all of the brand new stamps, all of the sets where you get your main penguin, and then you get the 4 sentiment stamps in each set. Then you're also going to get on top of that your first set of Aqua Blend pencils. It's the Essentials Collection 24-piece set. And like we've already talked about in sort of great depth, this plus this is pretty much the value. If you're platinum, it's more than the value. So if you're going for the Showstopper, it's like we're giving you the 2 large rocker blocks, 15 sheets of your watercolour cardstock, and your waterproof ink pad for free. That's how that kind of works. All of the stamps that you're going to get look like this. So you get all of these cute little characters, sending holiday cheer. The cute little baby penguin, as I think this one will now be known, Hugsy baby penguin. And again, the sentiments, in case you wanted to know, say things like sending you warm winter wishes, you've got Christmas hugs. Here you've got have an ice day, there's snow on like you, let it snow, and skating to say skating by to say Merry Christmas. Here is your tobogganing penguin, also known as Snow What Fun, if you want to buy these individually. Snow What Fun, dashing through the snow. It's the happiest season of all. Here is Poirot penguin. Just thinking if you like hide those as well.
Oh dear.
It is.
It looks like, now then I've just got another view of him looking at him there without his wings. Do you remember little, what did they call the clock in Beauty of the Beast? Was he TikTok?
Oh, Cogsworth.
Yeah, he looks like him if you coloured him in yellow.
Yes.
He had the little curly moustache, didn't he? Yeah.
He did. But definitely if you stuck a little trilby hat on him. Was it a trilby? No, Poirot didn't wear a trilby, did he? He wore a French hat. But he didn't wear a beret. What type of hat did he wear? It was like a little... Is it a pork pie hat? Is that what you call it?
Did he have a hat?
Poirot definitely had a hat.
Did he?
Yeah. He did. He did definitely have a hat. I don't know what sort of hat it is. Anyway, and here's Penguin as well. Oh, a fedora, and a bit too big for a fedora. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's the Making Spirits Bright. We've talked about some stuff in this show, haven't we? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. So all of those stamps are there. Then, of course, you go for the Showstopper. You go £36, $48, great value for money. Where's my bonus buy? Your bonus buy is the Aqua Blend pencils. The 3 other sets, actually, Landscape, Portrait, and your Botanical. These, again, a few people asked last time that we showed these tins. They're not new colours. They've just been reconfigured. Which I think for some people kind of makes it easier. A Homburg hat, there we go, thank you. Makes it easier perhaps for you to kind of, I know Jan, you say you group yours by colours, but landscape collection,
only
you kind of know.
my personal collection at home, yeah.
But landscape, obviously if you're doing your landscape, so you've got your blues and your browns and your greens in there. So however you like to store them, but the basic idea here is that you get these 3 sets of the Botanical collection, great for doing all of your florals with, your Portrait collection, again, fairly self-explanatory there. All those 3 items should be costing you $74, $97 or $90. If you're platinum, that's the price at the bottom of the screen. If you're buying this as your bonus buy, it's half that price. It's £24 or $32. Incredible. Don't leave the bonus buy behind if you're going for the Showstopper, because it's an incredible way to try the Aqua Blends at a fraction of the price that you should be paying. If you just want to go for the stamps on their own, the price on your screen is £19.15 or $28.56. So as you can see across the board, many different ways for you to be able to shop wherever your budget may lie. Thank you so much for watching over the course of the show. We've enjoyed it, hopefully as much as you have. And we're going to be back later on for Launch Party, where we're going to be focusing on, amongst other things, the Venetian Grace, aren't we?
Certainly are. We've got Venetian Grace, we've got those beautiful delicate lace creator cards, and the new laser cut frames, which I'm dying to have a play with.
It is an action-packed, jam-packed show, so we will look forward to that. We've got an amazing Explorer kit for you as well, and an Atlas World deal. And yes, it is going to be a jam-packed show. But in the meantime, thank you, team. Thank you to you guys for watching. We've had so much fun. Thank you for sending in all your pictures as well. We've loved seeing those, and particularly seeing the projects that you have made as well. And don't forget to make sure you check out your baskets and keep shopping. In the meantime, though, we will see you in just a couple of hours. Until then, bye for now.